Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Jason, how you doing? Let's have a little snack. Banana and chocolate ice cream. Bonjour, bonjour, bon dimanche. Bon dimanche tout le monde. Comment ça va? Comment ça va? Salut, salut, salut. Hey, Beastly, I haven't seen you in a while. How is your Sunday afternoon? Here in Broussard, it's a little smoggy today. Not foggy, smoggy? There's smog. I hope your day is the most amazing one. What I'm cooking today, I'm actually just coming having a little snack. I'm gonna be here for about an hour, and I'm having some chocolate ice cream. I'm looking at this here, and a banana. That was a hard one. That was hard. Just looking at my papers because the girls are starting their bonjour, they're starting their summer camp tomorrow. So just to make sure I got everything ready. So, comment ça va? How you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna be cutting. I got some beautiful beautiful ice cream. It's like a I see it as a banana split. But even when I order a banana split or a parfait at the ice cream store, I usually go with the ice cream with banana and just fudge. So it's kind of like my lunch. I did not have lunch. This will be my lunch. Not that hungry today. But we have fruits. No, I'm not Latina. Québécoise. I'm from Quebec. Even better, Quebec. The French one do it better. Ice cream for lunch, yeah. With banana, it's the fruit. That was sometimes I know I'd like fruit, but not like all the time. So, you know, if you have a chocolate fondue or ice cream with it, well, I'd rather eat ice cream with banana than nothing. So this is your permission to have ice cream for your lunch. My kids had cereal. They had the Cinnamon Toast Crunch churros. They tried that. Sophie, comment étaient les céréales? C'est bon? I know. They saw these the other day at the grocery store. First time they try it. They finished their bowls, so I don't know. if I don't feel like eating cereal and I didn't cook anything. Sometimes we do eat breakfast, a lot of breakfast. There's cinnamon. I do like cinnamon cereal, but it tastes like the cinnamon one. It tastes like the little cinnamon roll one. They're just in the shape of a churro. That's pretty good. I can have this instead of chips. You wanna go outside? But yeah, so this is your permission slip to have ice cream. At one point, nobody's gonna give you the permission unless you do it yourself, right? Now what do I want to drink? What do I want to drink? Oh, Puppy wants to come back. You don't want to come back in? Come on. Oh, you want me to go out? No, come on. Come on. No. Is it smoggy where you guys are? I don't know. Is there any fire in the area? Because this morning I woke up and felt like there was a fire outside. I could smell like smoke. Like fire smoke. Tu devais être belle, toi, dans la quarantaine. Aw. You think I'm 50? Oh, shucks. Tu penses que j'ai 50 ans? Merci. J'étais full hot en quarantaine. J'ai l'air à ça en cinquantaine. Ouais, il y a du monde qui aime ça faire des blagues. Il y a du monde qui aime ça faire des blagues plates. On qui trouve bien drôle. Hey, si ta mère ressemble à ça à sa cinquantaine, elle a des bons gènes. Ma grand-mère, elle a eu 100 ans au mois de mai. Fait que... Moi aussi, je vais l'avoir mon 100 ans. Mais t'es pas gentil de croire que je vais vivre dans mes quarantaines. Oh! Mon mari est mort à 32 ans, fait que... C'est un honneur de pouvoir ressembler à ça dans ma quarantaine. T'as 40 ans? Bon, ben... T'es-tu beau dans ta trentaine? Tu devais être chiant dans ta trentaine. Tu l'as encore dans la quarantaine. Ah, je me trouve drôle. Ah. Anti-BS. Anti-bullshitter? T'es un anti-bullshitter, c'est ça? Crème, tu devrais prendre tes propres conseils. C'était pas la fille du summum spécial 50? Non, mais j'ai participé au concours Cover Girl Maxime, du Maxime Cover Girl l'année passée. J'ai fini 48e au monde. Fait que, pour être sur le top de la couverture du magazine Maxime, moi j'ai fini 48e. J'ai fini en 5e position, en 6e position dans mon groupe. C'était top 5 qui passait à ce moment-là. Mais je me suis quand même rendue dans le top dans cette finale-là. Mais peut-être qu'à genre 50, je vais peut-être faire partie du summum. Hey my god, tu me manifestes ça? Je vais le prendre, merci. J'ai juste 38, fait que il y a encore 12 ans avant. Genre, hey, mon Dieu, faire le summum à 50 ans. Je me vois très bien. J'ai envie de faire un screenshot, honnêtement, là. Excusez-moi. Je vais faire un screenshot. Pourquoi ça va marcher? Anyway. Oh, si je fais mon heure en arrière. Des fois, j'ai des screenshots de mon affaire sans toucher à mon téléphone. Mais en tout cas, 11 mai, 50 ans, spécial 50 ans, summum. J'aime ça comme but. Qu'est-ce que je fais ça de même? Ah, tiens. Voici. Ça, c'est comme... c'est quand on manifeste, ça dit de faire du journaling, là. Mais je vais... moi, mon journaling, c'est je prends des screenshots d'affaires comme ça, de dire « Ah! T'as encore 12 ans avant d'arriver là. » Fait que... C'est fait. Quand je vais avoir 50 ans, dans 12 ans, tu prendras ta copie. En fait, j'ai un calendrier qui va sortir... j'ai un calendrier que je suis en train de faire pour 2024 avec mes photos de photoshoot de modeling. Ouais. Mais oui, j'ai 38 pour vrai. Mais ouais, j'ai des photos assez hot. Même que mon live a été suspendu pour une semaine. La semaine passée, quand je montrais certaines de mes photos, je fais oh shit, je pouvais pas faire ça sur TikTok. Fait que. Alors. Ben ouais, t'es plus vieux. C'est bon, tu sais tes chiffres, tu sais ton ordre de chiffres. Bravo! Ouais. Est-ce que j'étais nue? Sur mes photos, sont pas nues. Il y en a une qu'on voit mes seins, il y en a une qu'on voit mes fesses. 2, 3 qu'on voit mes fesses. Mais il y en a j'ai du linge qu'on voit au travers. Mais ouais. Là, je débattais si je mettais celle qu'on voyait tout, que mon top était dévoilé. Mais super full belle ma photo là. J'ai comme de la tuile avec un beau téléphone. Oh my god, super hot. Fait que tout ça en même temps. Mais toutes mes photos sont sur Instagram. Il y en a qui sont couverts, il y en a que tout est couvert. Fait que, ouais, je serais pas surprise si à 50 ans, je serais sur le summum. Au-dessus de Maxime. Non. Non, mais j'ai un. Parce que je fais pas ça. Mes photos, même quand je prends des photoshoots, je mets mes photos. Les photos que je suis nue, je les mets, je cache les mamans parce que moi, c'est du empowerment que je fais. C'est pas pour vendre le sexe, c'est pour l'art, la photographie. Mais ce que je fais, c'est sur Instagram, je mets les photos qui sont appropriées, que je peux mettre. Puis sur mon Patreon, j'ai un Patreon, que j'ai comme 3 niveaux de. Fait pour 10$ par mois, c'est du support. Puis quand je fais des lives, je vais faire un live là. Puis je coach de vie. Moi j'enseigne sur le coach de vie. Moi, je suis plus le coach de vie. Je fais du modeling. Mais tu sais, comme les photos d'extra que je prends, je vais les mettre sur mon tier qui est à 100$ par mois. Qui a aussi un programme de coaching que j'offre. Puis qui a aussi quoi? Ok, laisse-le là. Mais non, je ne parle pas un OnlyFans. Parce que OnlyFans, il va falloir que je prenne d'autres photos. Puis je veux pas aller dans. De me sentir obligée de le faire. Puis tu sais, je suis pas. C'est pas de montrer tout mon corps nu. Puis de faire genre, oh, payez-moi pour voir mes pieds. Je suis pas là pour faire ça. Je suis beaucoup là dans l'amour de soi. Je le fais pour le plaisir. Puis, en tout cas, c'est pour ça en ce moment, ben, je suis sur Patreon. You'll learn French. Oh, hi Jamie, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. And thank you, Murph. How you doing? I'm doing fantastic. Today is a quiet day. Like we did some spa. The girls did some. What did we do? Tie-dye. I'm like, tie-dye the bottle with the squeezing bottle with the color. It's very smoggy outside today. Like the other day when there was like fires in Quebec, it was not that smoggy. Today I woke up like, what happened? Looks like there's a fire in the area. I don't know what's going on here. But we still went outside. And I'm feeling antsy. Feeling excited. And I was in bed like 20 minutes ago and I'm like, just want to rest. But I'm like, no, honestly, there's a feeling inside of me. I'm like, I want to go do stuff. I'm excited. Good things are coming. I don't know what, but good things are amazing coming. Things are coming. And I'm like, I'm just feeling all this energy. I'm like, I'm full of energy. Even though I was tired and just wanted to sleep. I'm like, I know I got this energy, all of this coming in, and just like being so excited and not to know what to do with myself in a moment. Nice. I did some laundry, did some dishes. This week, tomorrow, actually, I have a photo shoot for a spa. So there's a spa. They're gonna do a hydra facial, and so that's gonna be exciting. Like, woo! I let go of our Los Angeles talent manager, an agent. I said, well, we're not really doing anything to keep our skills up to date. It's not really our priority. So if you're okay, I'll leave my place to someone else. And they're like, okay, sounds good. And so now, I said, we're just giving our name to a few things here and there. But it's not something that we're going full time at the moment, because they want their artists to keep taking classes, keep doing this, and keep upgrading everything. And I'm like, right now it's not my priority, and I go with the flow, knowing everything works out for me. And so I felt bad for them. I'm like, well, so we let them go. But now I'm like, I'm gonna get more stuff just because now I won't have that. Every time I do something that I find myself, I don't have to pay them either. Maybe I'll work again with them one day. Hey Hayden, how you doing? And everything works out all the time, so. And I can see like the energy I have. You're doing okay? That's good to hear. I'm doing fantastic. And even like, my account was suspended for a week. And I found other ways. Like I did a live on Instagram, so please go follow my Instagram. I started another TikTok account, which is my Marie-Ève Mon Grain perso, which is kind of a personal one, which it's still open to public. But it's like all my family stuff, acting, modeling, like fun stuff that I do at home. And oh, thank you. I really love my company as well. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna come and do a little live with. Hey, Prince Philippe. 1 second. Prince Philippe. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And I said, I got so much energy. I'm like, I want to go on TikTok. I want to go talk to you guys. For a full week, I wasn't there. I still did a live on Instagram, Monday and Tuesday. Then I had activities. And I'm like, oh, I miss my people. I miss my people on TikTok. Like, so much. I miss you guys, really. And so, like, yesterday, on Friday, I came. I was all day, like I usually do. Well, most of the day. And then in the evening, actually, I came in the evening. And I did overnight. I went to bed at 5:30, so it was an overnight TikTok. And then yesterday, the girls just like, you're from Jamaica? I'm from Quebec. How's the weather in Jamaica? Beautiful, I'm assuming. And so yesterday I did live. The girls just wanted to do tablet, like watch their cartoon on YouTube. I'm like, yeah, go ahead, feel free to do it. And so I'm gonna do a live. So we did a live until like 6 o'clock. So it was fun. And today I said I'm not gonna go all day because I still want to spend time with the girls. And yes, no toaster, yes, me too is it, babe. And then, c'est très bien, Olivier. Ah, Olivier, c'est super. Je m'allume ton nom, c'est Olivier. You're in Lake County now. Cool. Yeah, there's a lot of lakes here. Salut Cassie et Kim. Salut les filles. Je suis contente que vous soyez là. Oui, d'habitude je fais pas les lives la fin de semaine, mais là TikTok est revenu vendredi, fait que je vais super bien, merci. Puis vous autres? Ben puis toi là, parce que toi je parle là. Salut! Oui! Après c'est fait du bonjour, il fait blablabla. Salut! Ouais. British Columbia, nice! Fait que vous faites quoi de votre journée aujourd'hui? il y a du smog dehors, comme c'est de la boucane de feu, là. Ça, je l'allais voir sur internet. S'il y a un feu proche, parce qu'il y a de la boucane en Moses. Ah, merci! Ok, je vais voir. Smog, Montreal. Alright, Montreal has world worst air quality today. Organizer cancelled triathlons in Montreal, Montreal on Sunday. Arrête, Prince Philippe. Montreal, today we have the worst air quality in the world. On a la pire air au monde, la pire qualité d'air au monde aujourd'hui. Mon Dieu. Je vais regarder. Ça vient d'où ces feux-là? Encore? De l'Abitibi? Non. Ah, Chibougamau. Parce que c'est ça, là. Aujourd'hui, c'est pire que la dernière fois, là. L'autre fois, quand il y avait tous les gros feux, là. Ben, merci à mes poumons et à mon nez d'être des bons filtres. On a passé du temps dehors. Puis là, on est en dedans. On va profiter de notre air à l'intérieur. Là, ça va super bien, là. Ça fait du bien, les filles ont fini l'école. Là, les camps de jour commencent demain. Fait que là, on change d'énergie parce que là, moi, je fais les lunchs. À partir de maintenant, pour l'été, je fais les lunchs. Là, les camps de jour de brossard. C'est la piscine. Elle est bien vide. Je vais aller voir pour le camp de jour à Sophie. Puis je vais aller mettre mes affaires. Comme ça, je vais mettre prête. Je devrais bientôt avoir ma clé avec mes danses. J'ai hâte de vous les montrer. J'ai hâte de vous les montrer. Agami. Ah, faut que je fasse la carte BCT. BCT. Proche pareil, mon amour. Prince Philippe. Non. Yeah, les filles ont fait un petit... on a fait une petite fête, là. Mes deux filles avec les deux gars du quartier, là, les deux garçons avec Christiane, là. Une petite fête de fin d'année. On a joué aux cartes, on a joué à Uno, on a joué à... Là, se mettre une carte dans le fond, là. Puis deviner. On regardait un film, un petit peu d'un film. Ah, je croyais qu'elle avait 5 semaines. Et vous, comment ça va la gang, tout le monde? Comment ça va tout le monde? Qu'est-ce que vous faites de votre journée? On dit, regarde, mais je sais pas toute la journée, là. Fait qu'avant de me regarder, vous avez fait quoi? Puis après, vous allez faire quoi, Jay? Merci. Hey, là, j'ai mis... Je suis allée sur Facebook Dating. Là, j'ai dit, c'est quoi, là? Je suis ouverte à rencontrer du monde. À aller sur des vrais dates, genre. Fait que... J'ai fait toute ça une affaire. Tu travailles 7 jours en ligne, t'as, non, mais on peut? On peut? T'es chez Cassie? Ah, c'est cool! T'as-tu une piscine? As-tu une piscine que au moins vous vous baignez? Qu'est-ce que vous faites sur votre téléphone? Vous êtes ensemble, là! Profitez du temps ensemble! Je vous adore beaucoup, là! Oui! Fait que là, il y avait plein de monde. Mais là, j'adore parce que la dernière fois que... Ouais, non. Que je l'avais faite, c'était le même monde que j'avais rencontré genre dans les 3 dernières années. C'était le même monde qui passait. Là, j'ai une gang de brand new people. du monde là, qui a de l'argent aussi. Je fais, oh my god, ma vibration a changé, yes. Il y a du monde qui sont bien cute. Je fais, ah! J'ai pas cliqué sur moi que j'aime. On vient, puis là, j'ai dit oui, j'ai cliqué sur 2 profils avec des cœurs. Les autres, non. Mais, hey, non, mais c'est la première fois que. Je disais, tu sais quoi, on va. Ça va te donner de quoi, je m'en fous. On attend. On lâche tout, et là. Oh my god! Vous êtes drôle. Vous êtes vraiment drôle, my god. J'apprécie votre présence énormément. C'est trop d'amour, là, vous me donnez. Trop d'attention. Oh my god. Mais j'espère que mon live va être à la hauteur de vos attentes. Il se passe pas grand chose. Il se passe pas grand chose d'excitant, mais je suis d'excitation. Faut que je travaille sur moi-même avec. Je travaille encore sur ma propre valeur. Hein, c'est un travail pour tout le monde, là. Bon. Salut, babouille! Comment ça va? On va faire nos plans pour jeudi avec ma gang de. T'as été au McDo, t'as cuisiné ton repas plus somptueux et j'ai acheté des items. Fait que t'as-tu fait genre. T'es au McDo, t'as ramassé tes affaires, puis t'as comme rajouté des choses sur ton repas. Fait que j'ai envoyé avoir une frite, t'as genre une frite avec une petite sauce maison. Puis d'avoir un burger, ben tu t'es mis genre une belle petite laitue, une petite mayonnaise, genre faite maison, puis. Ah, c'est cool, c'est cool. T'as été prendre la base puis tu l'as upgradé. Vraiment intéressant, intéressant. C'est goût-tu bon, moi? Créatif. Je vais donner ça, c'est créatif. Non, on fait quoi ça pour souper? Ah, j'ai des. 2 cornets vanille, j'ai acheté des biscuits crème, chocolat, du poulet. Ben, ok, ça s'appelle pas des frites, c'est avec la crème glacée. Ah, c'est cool! C'était comme fait un genre de. Tu sais, là, les McFlurry, mais tu les fait chez vous. Tu mets genre un petit morceau de chocolat, un petit chocolat, la fait juste pour topper le dessus, là. Oh! Mais ça super extra fancy. Je comprends. Ah, t'as fait ça au restaurant? T'as amené tes ingrédients au restaurant? Le gars amène ses affaires. Alright. 5$, je vais vous arranger ça, votre petite crème glacée. Tu viens de lever la barre pour les parents, là. J'ai justement une crème glacée à 1$. Pour que mes enfants me sacent la paix. Bastard! Ah, il faut que je check. Je vais prendre un des livres pour dance rehearsal. No, my dance show was last week. There's no dance rehearsal. Like, no, it's like taking a break. Un plat de la vaisselle, un verre qu'une paille. T'as acheté ça où? Ah, j'ai acheté un plat avec un verre et une paille. Nice! Nice! C'est un aussi cool que mon palmier là-bas? C'est fun. Moi, j'adore les magasins au Dollarama. Tu peux être un millionnaire ou pas. C'est le fun d'aller au Dollarama, je m'en fous. Oh, I know it's so good. I'm doing a lot of... It's also good to relax. You know that, right? It's also good to not just be always doing. That the break and the rest is more important than the actual moving. Because if you're always moving and moving and moving and moving and moving, by one point your body needs the recovery. It's not even the recovery, because you cannot recover from joy. Who needs to recover from joy? But I go with my highest excitement. I don't work out because I need to work out. I dance because I want to dance. I can be a month without moving at all, without dancing or doing any type of exercise, and just enjoy my lifestyle. And that's how I work. This is how I get this. It's not working every single day at all. Actually, I can be 6 months without working out, but I'm always on the move though. Thank you. Tu mérites ton reste après le show de feu de dimanche. Oh, merci. Alors, j'ai fait 10 danses là. Like, I literally did 10 out of the 32 choreographies. And in the second section, because it's like the show has 2 parts, the first part I did 4, and the other one I did 6 out of maybe 15. So like the first 2 was not me, and it was me, change costume, me, change costume, one dance, me, change costume, me, change costume, me. And then a break of 2 songs, and then back on stage. I'm gonna ask you to give me the galaxy before, because I know I don't have socks right now. Well, you can see the costume. I actually even showed, like, I have on my TikTok, one of the videos that I shared. I don't know if it's on this one. Let me see if I have it on this one. But on the other TikTok, which is Marie-Ève Mongrain Perso, I did like a little recap of my day, so feel free to go check it out. I can show it to you here, whatever. But go check out the other one. If you don't, you can't get the Galaxy Tap it and then it's button to flip it. What? To flip what? And last time you didn't give it to me when I didn't have my socks. So, you know, like, I gotta pay before you see. That's how it works. I can do a handstand. I can do a handstand. I cannot hold it for a long time, but I can do a handstand for sure. I can't do the split though. Not yet. Not yet. Let's see. That's behind us. Against the wall. Oh yeah, I can stand against the wall for a while. Alright, let me show you that video. Alright, so let's put the music too. It goes quick, so you're gonna maybe have to go and check it out a couple times. But yeah, and on Instagram I also have. Yes, you're on. Of course, you're on there. Of course, girls are there. Cause Cassie and Kim, they came and saw me. Of course. My kids came and see me, so I got a picture of you girls and Team Mary. Ah, thank you. Like to me, it was so heartwarming. Like I cannot not include you girls in my behind the scene day. Like actually, I can probably go and tag you. I don't think I tagged you. Oh, I didn't tag you. One second, I'm gonna go tag you. I don't know. I can tag you here. Let's see here. Cassie. You're not on my Kim. You're not on my other account. The whole costume, though, if you still have, I still have them, but I'm not gonna show them to you now. When I do have my we're gonna have the USB key for with the dance shows, and I won't be able to show them to you. Cause even like it was just too quick in between show, in between the dance, I just did not have that much time. And even I finished my makeup another time. What? No, but I'm gonna have a USB key with all the entire show, and so I'm gonna be showing you the costumes with the dances when I receive the key. I'll show you the choreography. There, it was hot. It was hot. Let's see, do I have Yeah, no, I do have some pictures, but they're really like, I didn't have time. We didn't take like, oh, on my key I'm gonna have pictures of all our costumes with my groups, because we took picture at the studio the week before with the costumes, so I'll be able to have those. I know, right? I know. Thank you, babe. Yeah, I agree. I fully agree. I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Oh, did I end up putting it on? Oh yeah, I do. I really like to watch my video. I'm gonna watch it again. It just brings so much like, oh my god, I did this. Like this is the beginning of one of my dreams, like where I'm heading. And I see myself like one of my dreams actually to be I'd love to be in a movie, like a musical movie. So if I can imagine it, it's because there's a version of me that's living it, and if I'm receiving the downloads, because there's a version of me that's already living it, so I'm heading there. Like doing this, the show I've done in a movie that gets to be seen forever. Like, oh my god, like thank you God for all the blessings that are coming my way. Thank you for all the blessings coming my way. And I'll try to do I don't know if I can have my video tomorrow, 360. Wee, wee, wee. Because I have a photo shoot for a spot tomorrow, so I don't know if I can take some videos of behind the scene, but I'll see if I can. I'm getting an Hydra facial. I'm so excited. Immensely. That's what you get. That's what you get. It's my time to sit down now. It's Sunday. We relax. We chill out. So I'm going to reply here. And it's funny because now I use my it's in my crack. Sorry. I have both my accounts, right? So sometimes I have notification on my personal account, and sometimes I've got some on my business account. And I see my content. I'm all over my FYP on both. It's hilarious. And so now I'm like, oh, there's new comments that I didn't see. So I'm like, oh, let's go see. When it comes to my FYP, I'm like, oh, let me respond to that person. So I respond with my personal account. And then if I'm like, oh, I'm going to do a video on that one. But because I use my personal account, not for opinions and not for coaching, by writing my little something, then when I go back to my coaching account, I'm like, ooh, let me do a video with this when I have time, right? Because I now have the notification that I messaged something myself. So it's actually pretty good. So now like my coach account is full of like, oh my god, I love you, Marie-Ève, because I'm sending me that I'm loving myself. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna feel myself and my own self-love first. And now it's cool because I see, oh, Marie-Ève, ooh, Marie-Ève, ooh, Marie-Ève. And now on Instagram, right, because I'm getting used to seeing my name show up, like learning to see me out there. Because you guys see my name, you're like, oh, Marie-Ève, but I want to see how it feels to see my name. No, oftentimes like, oh my god, this guy messaged me. Oh my god, his name, right? Like always about him. But I never knew how it feels to have my name. I always thought I was annoying or whatever. Now I'm like, oh my god, it's me. It's me. And on Instagram, one of my friends' name is Marie-Ève as well. And so now I've been talking to her a little more. But on Instagram, it's not Sandra anymore that talks to me. It's my friend Marie-Ève. And I'm like, ooh, Marie-Ève just messaged him. Like, huh. Even though it's my friend, it's still my name. And I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. I'm sorry, I thought my name was annoying. God, it's a beautiful name. I'm like, so it's just funny. I see my name everywhere now. It's not the guy's name. I don't see the guy's name everywhere. That my crush name. Oh no, my name. It's a different kind of getting used to seeing it, right? Because at one point, as you gain more to be more seen, more, I want to say celebrity wise, but my name will be everywhere. So like my name is Marie-Ève. And somebody actually had responded like, I said, oh, maybe you should go and love yourself more. Thank you. It's like the guy, I was telling him how he's like, shut the fuck up on one of my videos. I'm like, oh, thank you for being here. I think you need to love yourself, more. I'm gonna manifest that for you. Have a good day. It's like, who the hell are you to tell me I don't love myself? I'm like, oh, fantastic. Then if you love yourself, amazing. I'm so happy for you. Keep up the good work. And I did a video on that one. And I said, you know who I am to tell you that you don't love yourself right now? I am Marie-Ève goddamn Mongrain, mindset and self-love coach. That is my expertise. I can tell you from how you speak to me and how you go and like respond. I can tell you exactly what I triggered, the button I pushed by saying something. I'm the fucking expert here. So shut the fuck up yourself. I didn't say that. I didn't say the last part. But I said, I'm Marie-Ève Mongrain, goddamn mindset and self-love coach. That's who I am to be able to tell you that you're not loving yourself right now. Fuck you. With lots of love and respect. Dude, if you love yourself, you wouldn't be coming here and telling me these things. With dead sex skulls and stuff. I was like, Also a professional dancer? Yeah. I don't know. What does it take to be a professional dancer? I don't think I can belonging to a profession. I'm not paid for it though. I think that would be just if I was being paid for it. Oh, I have a hard time. Oh, you're just like, thank you. Thank you. Huh. Engage in a specified activity as one's main paid occupation rather than as a pastime. Oh, it's kind of my coaching. It's kind of coaching right now. I'm a certified coach, but it is not my profession. My profession is a TikTok. I'm a TikTok entertainer at the moment. That's more my profession. I get more paid here than coaching. Only if I can pull off this split. Well, I'm gonna have to find other ways to fund my lifestyle because that's not gonna happen. And you know what? I used to be like, oh, I'm not perfect. My goal was to be able to be super flexible for my man. I want to be this girl who can bend and just so that's fun sexual way. And then this week I think, oh, I'm very far. Oh no, I'm very far at the moment. I'm very far. If I sit down and I put my legs straight, even just touching my toes hurts behind my knees. So I do need to stretch a little bit, but I'm looking forward. I said instead of being perfect, I don't need to be perfect. If I'm only waiting to get a man until when I do the split, fuck that. I don't even want a man. If he wants me, just only if he can do the split, fuck him. Fuck that shit. I said, I'm who I am right now. No. If I was gonna do stretching live, that's gonna be on Patreon. Those are for people who pay me. I'm doing well, TJ. How about you? Because that's what TikTok being suspended for the past week has taught me. I'm like, oh, I think the universe is saying now it's time to monetize you, right? Monetize yourself now. Stop giving yourself for free. And so I went on Patreon because I'm gonna do a live just looking at the beautiful scenery in Newfoundland, Canada. Beautiful. This is a beautiful scenery in Quebec, Canada, because it's so smoggy outside that it's nice and it's not too bad. We still want to spend some time outside, but definitely love my kitchen. I spend a lot of time in my kitchen. But yeah, so during my week that was suspended because I showed some pictures that I was not supposed to show for my calendar that's coming up for 2024. So very soon I will take some pre-orders for my calendar. Be fit or buffed with big fit. No, big time. I'd rather be fit than buff with big muscle. I find this gross. When it's like, ugh, I don't like it. I like to be fit. I don't need to be looking like. I won't say anything here because a lot of people look like that, and I don't want to put anyone down here. I'm not. But personally, for me, yeah, fit. I'm fit. I don't need to have like a six pack. I'm still fit. I'm going with the professional part here because oh, there's something with the word professional here that's like, I know I'm fine the way I am, thank you. Like, seems like professional is just too serious. My favorite abuser? What the fuck? Wow. Definitely not my favorite fan. Wow, okay. That's a strong coming into the live. Good afternoon. Yeah. I don't know if you want me to go, oh my god, thank you so much. I appreciate your presence. Like, seriously. Anyway, sorry for putting me down like that. Come, start over with a new high. How about with a new, whatever, just, I don't blame victim. No. I say you create your reality. That's what I'm saying. And I can blame victim. I'm not abusing them, so you don't get to call me an abuser, because I don't abuse anyone. I am not the abuser here. I have the right to share my opinion, but that does not make me an abuser. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I can say you create your reality. I got sexually abused. I got gaslighted. Like, I had my own stuff from people who actually did shit to me. Am I saying I take ownership for what I've done and who I was and how I felt within myself and what I manifested? And when you get out of that fucking victim mentality, you can heal. But it's okay to be a victim. It's okay if you want to feel like a victim. That's okay. But at one point, I don't want to be a victim, because as long as you stay a victim, you're going to keep attracting those shitty people that you want to escape. Because it's all about the energy that you emit. So if you admit that I'm a victim, the universe will say, oh, she's a victim, let's keep on giving her more. Let's get her the abuser. Let's get her the boyfriend who's going to take care, who's going to do whatever bad shit to her. Let's get her the job who's going to manipulate her. And like, right? So at one point, you get to choose what you want to be. You want to keep being a victim, then that's fine. When you're ready to change, you're going to say, oh, I'm a fucking powerful manifester. If I was subconscious, because you're not doing it that consciously. You're not saying, oh yeah, abuse me. No. You did this action, but you didn't feel good about yourself in the first place. So your energy, you didn't do anything. Your energy and your beliefs attract your circumstances. So let me ask you, because I didn't abuse you, so you don't get to call me an abuser, because I did not abuse anyone. Okay? That's where I'm saying here, my favorite abuser, like, fuck you. Because I didn't come at you and saying, you're a shitty, you're this, you're that. I didn't put you down. I didn't say you're an awful person. I didn't go and put you down. I have the right to my opinion, and having an opinion that's different than yours does not make me an abuser. And actually, in the Cartman cycle, which if you have seen on my videos, I explain, yeah, I don't care how old the person is. In the Cartman cycle, the drama cycle, if there's a victim, there's an abuser, and there's a hero. My goal is to help people to get out of this, including the abuser. And actually, those people who are victims, they're the persecutor in the story. And the goal is to go from victim to creator. And that's why I help people. Because if you stay in there, you're going to keep attracting all this shitty stuff. I want to stay here. I'm going to look around. I'm going to let you want to stay in that cycle. But people are like, I want to get out of that cycle. Here's what you got to do. But then if you come and talk to me down, I'm not going to help you out. Once you're ready to get out of the cycle, you have to own your shit on the self-love. And I say, if you think you're awful, if you find yourself ugly, if you don't love yourself, I should lose 5 pounds. Oh my God, I'm a burden. That's self-abuse. If you keep looking at yourself in the mirror saying, oh, you're not good enough. Oh, he says I'm not good enough. I'm a burden. Well, what was the child supposed to do? The child not supposed to do anything. It's still the energy. They have a soul contract. I can't do anything about it. But now, instead of keeping the focus on the abuser, we gotta take the child and now build his self-confidence so it doesn't attract that anymore. And actually, the parents' low self-esteem, the parents' low self-worth is also part of this energy. Because the kids, they get, if you're standing in a place where people hate themselves, subconsciously, people hate themselves. Just by standing in a room of people hating themselves and being in drama, you're attracting these things. Can you? No. Oh my God, Ben, just chill out. It's not going to happen. Unless I have to get up to get some water or something, it's not happening. But once you know it's all about the energy, you can be like, oh my God, if it's all about the energy, I'm going to make sure that I teach my kids right off the womb coming out. I'm going to teach me. First of all, me, because my energy also affects my kids. My fears, if I'm afraid my kids are going to be raped, guess what? I'm putting focus on my kids being raped. The universe is like, oh, she's talking about this. Let's give her that. So it has nothing to do even with the kids, but the kids might actually live the assumption other people have of them because their energy is so manipulative. So this is why it's important to see the best of other people, because what we want to manifest, what do we want to be right about? It's the law of assumption. Whatever you're right, you're right all the time because the universe will prove you right. This is why conflicts are useless, because there's a conflict here. You're right and they're right because your brain will find evidence as to why you're right. The universe will gather all the evidence from the universe to prove you're right. So in the end, both people are right. But now, what do you want to be right about? The negative stuff or the positive stuff? Because you're going to be proven right no matter what. And so this is why I'm like, you know what? You get to choose. But this is why I'm aligning me to go into being confident, because my energy, because everything is energy and frequency. So at the lower level, where the abusers are, where the people with low self-esteem and who want, right? Somebody who's abusing someone because they want to feel power. They want to feel like they're feeling power. So they got to take it on people who are very vulnerable. So that means their energy. Somebody, and I don't talk to children like that, but like for the adults, when you're like, okay, how did that make you feel? How did you feel before? And I've worked with people who went through abuse, and they were able to see, I did not love myself. I love myself. It went so well. I love myself. And then when I was with him, I gave him my all, and I stopped loving myself. I stopped doing things for me, and that's when he started being abusive. So the person started being abusive when the person stopped loving herself. So they didn't stop loving themselves because they got abused, but they were giving. I wanted him to love. I wanted him to know what it feels to be loved. So she stopped doing stuff for herself to give to him. So she was neglecting herself. Therefore, the reality had to show that it was a mirror. The partner was a mirror to her. So if he's neglecting her and abusing her, where was she neglecting herself and abusing herself? And now she's like, I lost weight, I gained weight, I hate myself, I hate my body, I stopped working out. And she's like, when I was out, that's when I started working out again and loving myself again. Yes, this is exactly why his behavior changed, because your behavior towards yourself changed. But when we go with the kids, that is why it's important to teach from right off the bat for ourselves too, because our energy and assumption will create our reality. But by teaching my kids to stand up for themselves, to believe in who they are, the people who are the lower vibration of like self-hatred, rage and stuff. If you're on the love vibration and if you're vibrating higher energetically and you love yourself, these people still exist. But they're gonna go energetically, you're gonna see them, but they're gonna go pick someone on their energetic field. This is how pickpocket do it. Why they pick that person and not you? Because energetically, if you feel safe, you could have your money all spread out. If you feel safe, the person will see the one behind you who's harder to pickpocket, but whose energy, and we don't see the energy, but it's just, they're going to be like targeting that person and not you because of the energy. It's random, but everything is about energy. It attracts. So if the person, everything is hiding properly, but within herself, she doesn't feel safe, the energy will give it off. And then check, I'm pretty sure, I've got to be careful because there's going to be a pickpocketer. And then boom, guess what? She was right. But the other person is like, I'm safe, I can do whatever I want, and just walk. And freaking will be safe because the universe will prove her right. So this is why, if the abuse has happened, now you get a choice. To stay in that, I'm a victim, and then being a victim means I feel powerless, I feel enraged, I feel all these negative emotions, which are valid, by the way, because all emotions are valid, but at one point, are you going to carry that for the next 20 years? Because you're hurting yourself, you're not hurting anyone else when you carry those. Hey, love bum, how you doing? Right? I carried for 20 years. In high school, I had a group of friends, and all of a sudden, new school, all of these friends stopped talking to me, like ignoring me. I'm like right beside them. None of them are saying hi or anything. I'm like, what the heck? And one of the girls said, oh, she told us to not talk to you. With zero reason. I didn't know for 20 years. For 20 years, I wondered what the heck did I do? And I was like low self-esteem for 20 years. I'm like, that hurt me so much. And I blamed them for so long. I'm like, I could have said, oh, fuck them. Right? But I for 20 years, I blamed them for my low self-esteem. And it was like, it's horrible. Because only 5 years ago, I started like, oh, shit. That happened. That's who I was then. I thought I was a burden. So if you think you're a burden, and that you're unlovable, and that you're not pretty, the universe has to prove you right and get people to leave you. And I'm like, oh my God, it was the best thing ever. Thank you. Because I was able to do things for me. But this is why it's so important when you, and then as you heal, you're going to see the same circumstances that you're like, oh my God, for 20 years I blamed them. And now like I'm healing and I'm like, oh shit, they're not the one who rejected me. My energy said, I don't want to hang out with them. And the universe said, okay, here, they don't talk to you anymore. Right? Because when I came back, before I left that summer, my friend was starting to snort sugar straws. And I think they went into drugs in their nose. You know the little straws with sugar? They were putting that up their nose. Yeah, I know. I'm like, yeah, that's not happening for me. Thank you. I'll just... You want what?
Un charger for...
Ben, t'as lui, là. Moi, je suis sur mon téléphone.
Il n'y a pas de...
Il y en a un dans ma chambre. Nothing, Emily, nothing. And somebody was putting a straw with sugar in their nose. Yeah, I don't know. And I think they went into drugs the year after. So, but I didn't know because I was gone for the summer. But I was such a people pleaser. Not people pleaser, but I was afraid of being alone. So when I came back, even when they were not hanging out with me, I was sitting around with them. I didn't want to be alone. I would rather sit with people who did not like me than being alone. And so when I discovered that the universe gives you what you want or better, that them stopping talking to me, did not mean I was not worthy. Il devait être là. Je sais pas, Sophie. Il y en a un sur le bord là-bas. Ben, amène ici. And so when I was healing, knowing I create my reality, because I didn't know then. Careful. Non, sur le meuble là-bas. Bon, pourquoi tu n'as pas internet? Hein?
It's working.
T'étais pas en bleu. Thank you. So when I discover I create my reality and everything is about energy, right? If you're a wounded person, you're going to attract people who are also wounded and will be a match to your wounding. Until you start healing, then those who are a match to healing will heal with you or will disappear because now you're on a different frequency. So you're not going to see the same people. You're still going to see them, but you're not going to be a match to talking to them. Quoi? Sur le meuble, le buffet en blanc côté des choses roses. Sur le buffet. Va voir ce buffet là. Je le vois d'ici à côté des lunettes. Ouais. Super. So, right? So if I was a match to them at the moment because they were, I don't know what my wounding was then. I didn't want to be alone. And it was new, right? So we were a match for this time. I went out to Montreal for the summer, made money, enjoyed my time, and now I had changed during the summer. So unless they had evolved as well, we would have hung out together. But because we were on a different frequency, they had to kind of ignore me because now it's as if they didn't, like, but I don't feel seen, they don't see me anymore. And that's true. They see me, but whatever reason they have, like, oh, just ditching me, it's the energy, my energy, instead of me like saying, oh, I'm not gonna hang out with them anymore, like just starting to smoke and stuff, like, which was not my thing. Instead of me saying, oh, fuck that, bye, I'm gonna leave, the universe said, oh, we're gonna make them leave. That way, the universe always does the work for you. Hey, les filles, passez une excellente journée, profitez de votre temps ensemble. Je vous aime bien gros. On va se revoir cette semaine. Profitez de votre après-midi. Merci. So when I heal, knowing this, I'm like, oh, it's my energy that was now pushing, right? Your energy, as you heal, your energy pushes away what's not a match to your energy that you are right now. So the more you love yourself, if you're in friendships with people that you're like, ugh, I'm not a big fan of her, but I'm still going to hang out with her. At one point when you heal, you're like, oh, fuck that. And then poof, something will happen that they're not going to come back. Because the universe always gives you what you want or better. And so now, at the time, I was just like, oh, I don't have any more friends. Like, I was really like, I was ditched. I don't have any more friends, blah, blah. And guess what? The universe had to prove me right? But I did have a lot of friends. Now I'm thinking, like, I had a lot of friends. I just didn't want to go and hang out with other groups. Like, I was seeing all the groups there. I'm like, I don't want to hang out with them. They don't like people much. But I thought they hated me, too. I'm like, I'm not going to go and start hanging out with the music group or the whatever other group. But I did have a couple of friends here and there. But as you heal, you're able to change the story of how you felt, how you feel about the story. That same abusive story, right? When my massage therapist touched me, I was like, no, thank you, not today. And like now, sometimes I think about it, I'm like, ew, this is gross. Like, it didn't affect me because I know my worth. That does not change my worth. His behavior, he chose that behavior. That's on him. Right? But I know also at the exact same time, instantly, I was imagining in my head being touched that way. And I was like to the universe after that, I'm like, fuck universe, not this guy. Yeah, I want to be touched that way. Even better because the guy was not that great anyway. Like, if you have the chance to touch me, man, do a better job at it so at least I enjoy it. Like, ew. Like, I mean, come on. My God. Dude, nobody gets to touch me. You're the only guy who's been touching me for the past 2 years. Like, he's been my massage therapist for 2 years. I'm like, seriously? You had the chance to have me as your client and you fucking blew it for, like, what? Trying to put your finger up my vagina? And now what, you're gonna go, I don't know if you're gonna go to jail or what, you're getting arrested and losing your license? Really? Whatever. But it's just like, so now I can say, there's a lot of people who have gone through abuse, and I've worked with a lot of people. They're like, I feel like trash, I feel like gross, and I feel not good enough. And it's like, you were good enough the entire time. They were not good enough for you, right? It just changes the feeling, because an emotion lasts 90 seconds. That's what neuroscience says. An emotion is the physical response to something. So when you're afraid, the emotion is 90 seconds, stop. The only reason it lasts longer, that can last for days, years, and stuff, is just because of a story you keep repeating yourself. And you're like, oh my God, this could have meant this. I could have died. This happened. Oh my God, now I feel like shit. Now I feel like gross. And now Now the feeling is that now you believe that you feel that you're gross, which is not self-love. If you know you didn't do anything for it, then why are you choosing to feel that you're not good enough? If you know that you are not like, I didn't go like this, and even if you're like this, somebody doesn't have the right to touch you anyway. Their action reflects their own wounding. But if you know your story and you validate, I didn't do anything to deserve this, you're right. But then why do you believe that why do you think you feel like trash? Why do you choose to feel like trash when you know it's not you? Why do you choose not to feel not good enough when you know you're not the problem? But right now the problem is not that they touched you. The problem is that you think you're not good enough and you're trash. That is now the problem that we're dealing with, not the abusive part. Right? So this is why when I work with people, every trauma is neutral. Everything in life is neutral. Everything. That you lose your job, that your boyfriend cheats on you or leaves, or that whatever happens at you for work, everything is neutral. But it's the meaning you put behind it that will create the emotional state that you're in. So oftentimes is oh my God, the guy ghosted me because I'm not good enough. How about the guy ghosted you because your energy is so strong, you know who you are, and the universe said, this guy is not for you. Let the trash take itself out. The trash took itself out. Right? You can instead of saying, he doesn't want to talk to me because I'm not good enough. Oh no. Oh, wait, remember. Self-love, I'm fucking awesome. If you left, it's because I didn't want to talk to the guy anyway. I knew I was not going to do anything. So the universe had to push him away. He's not good enough for me. Because if he would have been good enough, he would still be here. So it's a good thing that he left, right? Because now it has nothing to do with your worth. People's behavior, what they see in you, is only a mirror of what they see in themselves. Right? So somebody coming on my page and putting me down, which by the way, you can try, I'm not going to take it in, right? Those are people who are abusing. They're coming on people's page, putting them down. That's emotional abuse. Trying to make someone else feel like trash, like you're a bad person. That's literally abuse. That's bullying. I got a bunch of people like, you're victim blaming. You're bullying me right now. You're the one coming at me. I haven't abused anyone. I'm just sharing my opinion because you don't understand it. Now you're calling me this, but you're the one now calling me names. You're the one now treating me like shit on the comment. So what we see in others is just a reflection of ourselves. So again, if someone said, hey, say, I'm my favorite abuser. You're the one calling me names. You're the one trying to put me down, not me. So who's abusing who right now? But I'm not a victim because I choose, like, you get to call me whatever, and I get to associate with it or not. If I believe you, I'll be like, oh my God. Ooh. He thinks I'm not good enough. He thinks I'm an abuser. He thinks, because I would believe in myself. The only reason people's comment hurt us is because we believe it so strongly. And we think the same thing. That's why people say it out loud. But once you know who you are, people can call you the fuck they want. And you're like, that's your opinion. I know who I am. And I'm somebody who does so much inner work. You can't even compete now. Like, if you're coming on my page and putting me down, no trying, because no, it's not working. Who's doing inner work? Because when people come, I'm like, oh, if I get triggered, I'm like, oh, I get triggered. Huh. Why am I getting triggered? What does it touch? And I'm not going to be like either checking on internet saying, oh, that word triggered me. What does that word mean? Okay, let me just shift that to something more loving. Or I'm going to be like, oh, for some reason I feel some anger right now. Oh, let me go see. I feel angry because I still don't believe I'm good enough. Okay, that's my problem. If I get triggered, it's still on me, right? That's what I do. But a lot of people out there, like, you're the one blaming me. Like, no, I feel not good enough. Your opinion is so harmful to people. Like, you can actually, people can hurt themselves by listening to you. I'm just sharing my opinion. Somebody's gonna hurt themselves because they're listening to me. I'm telling them that they have the authority in their life. I'm telling people, you're the one who get to validate how you feel. You're the one who get to validate that you're good enough or not. Because I could tell you you're amazing. And people would be like, no. There's a guy who said, oh my God. He said, shut the fuck up. I'm like, oh, wow. I think you need some self-love. I'm going to manifest that for you. He's like, who the fuck are you telling me I'm not loving myself? Like, manifest yourself out of this page. I'm like, well, I'm glad to know that you're loving yourself. I'm Marie-Ève. I'm the self-love and mindset coach. I know when I see, like, if you loved yourself, you wouldn't be speaking like that to me. Like, at one point, I know when I trigger people. Then you say you are an abuser. No, I'm not an abuser. People want me to say it. Oh, if you want me to say I'm an abuser, I'll say it, but I'm not an abuser. I didn't abuse anyone. I'm actually helping people to get out of that. Like, somebody made a message saying, hey, it's my favorite abuser. And I told people how to call me. And I'm not an abuser, so. Like, you said that you call people a victim, that you say people are victim blaming. Like, you're victim blaming. Well, me saying that you own your reality is not me being an abuser. Because I did not go and talk to anyone saying, an abuser will go and put you down. I don't do that, but you guys, the people are coming. And I don't even know if the person is still there, but there's a lot of people who need to know that. If you're still here, how to take ownership on who you are. I'm someone who teaches on this page how to validate yourself. So you're trying to say the action of an abuser can be justified by the past. So is the action of a victim. Yeah. It's not justified. It's to understand and have compassion, but have compassion for the victim as well, for both of you. Because the victim is somebody who doesn't love themselves in the first place, which is why their energy attracted that. But the abuser had gone through some shit. They were a kid at one point too that got abused. And so unfortunately they grew up with this. Because when you go into unconditional self-love, right? When you go for unconditional self-love for yourself, and you're like, oh, at some points, yeah, I did do some shitty things at one point. I did hurt some people, right, without knowing it. And then you start giving yourself that love. And the more you can see through your own patterns of, oh my God, I was not loved as a kid, or I felt like this, you're starting to heal this for you. And as you have more love for yourself, you can give more love to other people. Unconditional love to everyone around. And you understand. It doesn't mean it make it right. It does not make it right. Nobody should be abused. It does not make it right. But it makes it easier to understand why an action would have been done. But your parents should have loved you more. And that's okay. I'm not going to go into that. Like, that would be like coaching. And I'm not going to coach today. So, but I've worked with people who have been abused as children, and who were abducted, and who were parents left, parents died. And so, like, for me, your story is not even like, it's the regular story that I hear regularly with my clients. And it doesn't even scare me because I work with clients that have the same story, and we were able to transmute that energy of now the self-love. So you didn't have time then. Now you get the chance to love yourself now, right? You cannot say, well, then I didn't love myself. Now, today, you have the chance to love yourself. And by loving yourself and seeing how life happens for you and not to you, it just, because if you keep that resentment's going to stick in your body. Because when you see people who got abused, is only when they didn't love themselves. You're like, oh shit, I'm going to love myself. If that's all I need to do is love myself, and it remove, my energy will push away everything that's toxic and negative, it's that easy. But again, people have their soul journey. I'm not judging people's soul journey. People have soul contracts that we're going to learn stuff from meeting people, as awful as it sounds like. But when you look at everything in a higher perspective, on an energetic plane, it removes, and for me, in my whole life, it removed a lot of, because I used to feel shame. I used to feel like I was a widow. My husband passed away when I was 32. I had 2 kids. Then I got money, and I know that's not abuse, but then I got a lot of stuff that happened after. But I felt ashamed. The shame, doesn't matter what the story is, shame is an emotion that a lot of people feel no matter what. So now the goal is to see, oh, why do you feel shame? Why do you feel this way? And when we go see what it is in our childhood, because the emotion that you feel that you're not good enough, that comes from your childhood. The emotion that you feel that you're to be ashamed, that's because your parents made you feel ashamed when you were living emotion. A lot of people that I work with, they didn't say anything. Actually, even one person said, I got abused. And I said, okay, what's the worst thing that could happen if, because she said, I spoke up to my family. And I said, what's the worst thing that can happen if you speak up to your family or something about it? People didn't believe me. So for her, the worst thing about So the worst thing about being abused was people didn't believe me, and it created chaos in my family. For her, in her mind, the worst thing was not even the abuse, is that because she spoke up, it created conflict in the family. So she was blamed, not for this, she was blamed for having caused conflict in her family, when she should have been loved after what she went through. So now we can see, oh, what's the shame? Oh, now the shame is about speaking up, because now when you speak up your truth, you disrupt people's life. And now you feel like a burden, right? When you see what it is, the true emotion from this specific event, or from a lot of events, because when I work with clients, we see their relationship with the at work, like the last 3-4 works they had, financially, in their relationship, with in their family, if they had trauma. We don't go into the details, because the details, again, are irrelevant. We only go with the emotion. What's the negative emotion that happened in this? So in your relationship with your dad, what was the worst or the hardest part of it? And then they'll say, well, my dad was absent. And how did that make you feel? And then sad and abandoned or whatever. Okay, so now with your partner at the moment, what's the worst or the hardest part? And with that job. And then you can see the patterns of the emotion. You can see also how it evolved, but you can see, oh, that made me not feel good enough. And with our dad not feeling good enough. And then you're like, oh, so what about this trauma? And then you're like, oh, that trauma, can you see with that relationship? It mirrored the trauma you have with your dad. And now it's like, oh, let's start loving yourself now, because the child, when you grow as a child, you believe you were the problem for speaking up. You believe you were the problem for crying and being angry and having fit. But the truth is, the parents didn't even love themselves. They couldn't even handle their own emotion. So when you were crying, they would go to your room, go think about what you've done, because they couldn't take ownership of what they had done to you. So you have to be like, it must be my fault. When I feel this way, which you didn't even know it was sadness, now you start feeling ashamed. It's like you associate this feeling in your body to feeling ashamed, because I must have done, like, in guilt. I must have done something wrong for my parents to, put me in my room, because the child's brain doesn't even know. But then as you grow up, it's like, oh, I was never the problem. My parents were. But as a kid, you cannot say that your parents are the problem, because your brain will not feel safe. So instead of saying, my parents are the problem, you're learning to take it on you. If my parents are angry, it's my fault. Because when I'm good, when I don't do anything bad, they're happy. And when I cry, they're angry. And then you start associating that you're the problem. And because your parents blame you for their unhappiness. And now guess what? Now people are attracting abuse. And what happens is not like, well, now it's not my fault. No, you didn't do anything. But the energy of believing that you're the problem is attracting those people. And when you can say, oh, I was never the problem, and start busting all that darkness into light, you are not a match anymore to those people who hurt you, because you're like, I know my truth. You can't silence me, bitch, anymore, right? Even if it's your parents. And that's where the empowerment comes, when you start acknowledging that your energy is attracting everything. So now you didn't have time to have self-love, but also you should have had love from your family. But if you didn't have that, right? So this is why the the environment to which we live is very important. So even if your parents are in whatever situation and they don't love themselves, you're still in the environment, in their energy. And that's where a lot of time, if your parents are neglecting you as a kid, we are born with those power. And this is why, for me, since my kids are born, hey Shane, how you doing? Since my kids have been born, I'm like, they're kids. They get to be respected as real human. And at one point, there was a lady on Facebook, I don't remember her name, Janet Lansbury, I think. She said, when do we consider children to be human, to be actual people, right? Because a lot of parents, let's go take a picture with Santa. And they put their kid on Santa, the kid's crying, screaming, and the parents don't want to have that freaking picture. But they're putting their kids in a distress, they're putting the kids in a distress. This is abuse. It's not like, this is psychological abuse. I'm putting you on purpose in a fearful state, just so I can have a picture. And then when you cry and when you're like upset, I'll laugh at you and I'll take picture like, oh look, he's so upset. What's upset? How cute is this? And that lady said, you know what? An old person who's having a fit and crying. Are we there with a camera just filming them? And like taking picture of like grandma who's 99 years old and who's crying because she's afraid of Santa? No. Then why are we doing that with children? When is a child a human? When do we consider them to be people, actual people with feelings, right? And so this is why for me, that was my work. That's like, yeah. So if my kid doesn't want to go see Santa, well, you don't have to. And I don't force them to eat food. Yeah, you want to try it? You try it if you want, because I know, if I know the food I don't like I don't even want to try it. I don't care. So I'm not forcing my kids to do these things because the abuse comes from the home. I know a lot of time it's good intentions, but a lot of time, I remember when my dog passed away, my dad was like, and I was crying, got hit by a car, and I was crying so hard. My dad's like, stop crying, you're gonna cry more for your dog than you're crying more for your dog, and you'll cry for your mom when she dies. Which, by the way, she died, I don't know, I mean, years later, but maybe 10 years later. But it's like, I was told not to have grief because he was just like, stop it, right? Very like, stop crying, right? But instead of being validated, yeah, the dog died, and now I felt guilty because it was my mom's dog, right? My mom's dog, and she was in Montreal getting cancer treatment, and like, I weren't taking care of it. Not only was I sad, I felt guilty, I felt ashamed because I'm the one who called my mom saying, or her boyfriend saying, hey, yeah, your dog got hit by a car, right? And then they hung up on me, like. But I was blamed for a lot of stuff I've never done. So this is why for a long time I felt like, oh my God, and I was a misspelled. For a long time, the misspelled, not as a kid, I'm like, oh, cool, I know my story. Like we want to know how we were born, like how our parents created us. I was a misspelled. And I'm like, man, for a long time, like, oh God, like feeling like a burden much. But as I was healing, I actually saw more of my worth. And how it was a surprise. I'm like, oh, I was not a burden. I was a surprise from God. And knowing my soul, the soul wants to come on earth. It will find a way. I was meant to be here because all the other time, if she missed a pill, she was not pregnant. One of them had manifested a kid to be a mom. I manifested a change in their life. So I was their manifestation. Boom. And even today, just as of today, okay, I'm 38 years old. Today, this morning, I had a new perspective on it. And I love it because the more I heal myself, the more I love myself, I can change the meaning. It's not changing the story. I'm still a Miss Peel. But I can change what the meaning means for me. So for a long time, it was I'm a burden, like I was not wanted. So then it was like, oh, I'm a surprise. No, because surprises are good because I'm good. If I don't think I'm good, if I think I'm a burden, surprises are not good. Well, as I heal myself, I'm like, oh my God, actually I'm a gift to the world. I'm not a burden, I'm a gift. Then guess what? That story of like, I'm a burden, now it's like, oh, I'm a gift, surprise. And today, this morning, I'm like, oh shit. Because I used to not, like, I don't go in groups and say, hey, can I join your group, people? No, I'm too shy to, what's the word? Not infiltrate, but like join a group that's already like a clique. Like, hey, like, I feel like I'm just a loner, and I'm looking for someone to come here. Like, I'm sorry, like, can I join, guys? No, because now I'm like, oh shit, this is where it comes from. If I'm the baby that's just like, oh hey, mistake, I'm here. Now you don't have a choice to take care of me, and you feel that's a different energy than saying, hey. You want a baby? Maybe you didn't, but now you have me. Lucky you, it's your lucky day, right? And just this morning, that was like instead of feeling like, oh, they had a baby and now I'm like a burden on their life. Because my mom was 19 when she got me. And I'm like, they were modeling in their hometown, and I'm like, man, I ruined their life in a way. Like, I ruined their life. And my kids, I want my oldest took 2 years together. Like, we tried. My husband had surgery for it. Like, we really wanted her. My other two, she was a surprise, but I manifested her in my head. I'm like, oh, it would be nice to have. No, thank you, Alain. when I'm done breastfeeding, I'd like to have about 2 years apart. And then all of a sudden, I was still breastfeeding, had my first bleeding 14 months later. Actually, I'm like, oh, we'll be able to start having a baby. Now we'll be able to start, planning. And no, actually, I was pregnant. And 5 days later, I learned that my husband had cancer. And I was like, I could not have predicted that. I would not have been able to plan this ever. And they got 22 months difference. So in my head, the idea I had about 2 years difference actually happened like this. But I could not have planned, right? As soon as I bled, if I would have planned myself, we would have started planning for the next month. But then it would be too late because he already had cancer and started his cancer treatment, right? So the universe made it happen. So she's a miracle. My other one is a miracle too, because he had the surgery and actually worked. So, right, got 2 little miracles. But I had to see that I'm a miracle too. Man, you miss one pill and I get to be born. How fucking of a miracle is that? Thank you, Alain, for reminding me. Listen more. But anyway, so it was more like, instead of saying, hey, I'm in your life now, you got a baby, I was like, this morning it was kind of like, hi, I'm Marie-Ève. I'm going to be your kid. Now where do I install myself? Because I'm here to stay. Thank you. Same story, just different feeling, because I feel different about me. And that comes from me responding to someone, hey, it's like, who do you think you are to tell me I don't love myself? Oh yeah, I'm Marie-Ève Gardner Mongrain, a mindset and self-love life coach. That's who I am. I'm the expert in self-love. So, yeah. If you did love yourself, you wouldn't speak to me like that. But just, like, owning it. So instead of like, oh, hi, I'm Marie-Ève. No, I'm Marie-Ève. And that was for me this morning. I'm like, oh shit. This is why as you heal, you get to change the meaning behind the same story, and the feelings that you feel behind it is just so much more better, because now you love yourself. Even if people think, no, you are a burden. Oh, you can think you're a burden. But the important part is that I don't think I'm one. Because it's self-love. Nobody can give me self-love. You can give me parents' love, sisters' love. You can't give me self-love. I'm the only one who has that power. But yeah, so, yeah. It was a good morning like this. And I'm like, oh my God, I got all these amazing things coming. I don't know what, but I know I got so many opportunities coming. And now I'm like getting antsy. I'm like, okay, it's coming. My Amazon business, by the way, if you go on my website, I do marie-eve-mongrain.com. I offer coaching, but also I have an Amazon store, a storefront. So stuff that you see me use, like, I don't know, this machine here for milk frother and stuff like that. I put that stuff that I use and books that I've read, stuff that I ordered and that I love, goes on my website, on my storefront, which is also on my website. But you can also just go and buy whatever. As soon as you use my link, you go, and whatever you click, buy whatever you want. I know a lot of you guys buy from Amazon, which is fantastic. I love Amazon. But then I make commissions. I also have a podcast. No, I've been done my podcast since January. I live in Quebec, in Brossard. So you can feel free to listen to my podcast. It's in English. And I do have some French conferences on there as well. I will be offering this summer a kind of a mastermind, like a master class, like maybe, I don't know the price, but it's going to be like less than $50, where I'll teach you about how you create your reality and how like to elevate yourself and how to have faith that things happen for you, so you can start having evidence now of what you want is already there. And so I'm working this week. That's going to be my focus on getting one of those, I don't know, a link, or I'll create an event on Zoom and make a link somewhere. I'm still not there yet, but everything in its own time. But for today, guys, hey, bon dimanche, Anne-Sophie, ça va bien? I think I've been here for over an hour now. I'm going to get going. I'm learning to not just be here all day long, as much as I would love to. But this week I will be there. So tomorrow I do have a photo shoot at 11, so I have to leave around 10:15 maybe. So I'll be here for a little bit maybe in the morning. We'll see. Other than that, I'll be here. I don't have anything on just during the rest of the week. So we'll be here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, unless something amazing shows up that I won't be there. I don't know. But yeah, so feel free to come. I'll be more on TikTok. Je vais être plus sur TikTok cette semaine parce que TikTok est revenu. Mais je vais faire un, peut-être demain matin. Ah, c'est ça que je vais faire. Parce que demain, je vais faire un petit live demain matin. Quand je vais amener mes filles au camp de jour. Puis quand je reviens, je vais être sur Instagram demain matin. Merci. So I'll be on Instagram tomorrow morning around 9:15. Maybe I don't know how far I have to go. Till around 10:15. So tomorrow morning, I'll be on Instagram. I like to do my long days on TikTok. So tomorrow, come and have breakfast or come and spend a little bit of your morning with me. I'll be on Instagram, MaryMongray90. I think in my bio, okay, 1 second. Let's go and check it out. Linktree. Because I know if you go on my website, you'll find it, but I don't think I put it on my Linktree actually. Website, coaching call, new TikTok account. Patreon, YouTube, Instagram. Which one is this one? Okay, I'll put my Instagram link higher. Bonne soirée, bon après-midi, Alain. Linktree, admin, login. I'll put everything there so at least when I say, hey, come and see me on Instagram, at least you'll be able to just click. We'll make it easy for you guys. Easier. So Patreon, TikTok, I'll put my new TikTok account there. Patreon can go lower. Because I'm not very often on Patreon, but now what I'm going to do is, YouTube is there, TikTok, no, Instagram. So what I'll do is if, for example, I want to dance on TikTok, now my dancing sessions will go on Patreon. If everything that's like more sexy, if I want to talk about my calendar or like show you some of my beautiful pictures that are more osé, then I'll be on Patreon. I'm going to get paid for it. If I'm going to be showing my hot, sometime I will do some dance stuff here as well. I won't be wearing all my sexy stuff and just, not I'm going to be sexy, but I'm already sexy. But just because I want to point there's stuff that I can hate them. There's stuff on TikTok and Instagram. On Instagram, I can't have music because then it closes my lives. Here, if I'm here, obviously if I put some stuff that I show my butt, my picture of my butt and stuff, TikTok does not like it and I don't want to get, suspended for another week again. So, I don't need, I know that now. So like, well, we're finding other ways, but I'm going to go on different things. So if it's going to be like, okay, guys, today we're going to talk about this. So I'm going to be doing this dance session. Well, Patreon will be. So I'm going to be on different, platforms. So I'll do an hour on Instagram tomorrow morning. And I'm thinking I could do an hour on Facebook too. I've got a lot of people on Facebook as well. But that one is going to join later. I'm going to join that later. So, yeah. That's what it is. So now, Instagram account is very, very up there. I'm going to keep the professional. I still have on Google here, professional, because we were talking about professional dancer. And maybe I'm becoming a professional dancer. Right? I have a hard time calling me a professional. But there's that, see? When I'm like, oh, why am I sticking with the word professional? Now I'm going to go within. I'm going to spend the rest of the day or a little bit of the time saying, why is it that I don't see me like that? Like, there's a triggering here that I still don't believe me as this yet. Like, what do I need? Because there's a version of me that probably is a professional dancer already. If I'm in a movie dancing, I technically am a professional dancer. Professional model gets paid. Tomorrow I'm not getting paid, but tomorrow I'm getting a service for being a model. So I'm starting. For me, when I joined the modeling, I joined a modeling agency. It was very you're a free agent, you do whatever you want. But it said just because you're with an agency, you're a professional model. so you can work with professional photographer to build your portfolio and build their portfolio. So I was able to call me a professional even though I was not paid. But now, engage in a specified activity as one's main paid occupation. Rather than a pastime. Everything is just pastime. I have a lot of fun. I think I don't want to. There's a part with the professional aspect that it's a commitment, right? It's a commitment. So I'm gonna go and check out all of this. It's like, what do I want to be? What kind of professional am I becoming? Am I a professional actress? Because I did get paid to be an actress, to be model, to be a coach, to be an influencer on Instagram, on TikTok, right? So I'm like, ooh, am I a professional of all of this? Because if you go with what is it? The universal, because I'm a manifestor generator for the universe. I don't know, universal. I can't tell you what it is. That means I don't do one thing. I follow my highest excitement, and I touch in different profession and doing a lot of things. Whatever brings me energy is whatever is fun for me. So that's why doing one thing forever for the rest of my life is not my type of energy. But yeah, so I'm gonna go and feel the stickiness around the professional. I'm a professional Marie-Ève. I'm me. I'm gonna be paid to be me. I'm paid to be me. My occupation is being myself. A professional Amazon, I don't know, what am I? A seller? Amazon seller? Is that what I am? Because I get paid for that. Anyway, so you guys, I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking, Tim. I wish you all a happy Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on Instagram. Bye.